Hello everybody, my name is Leo. Welcome to Cars at 100 and let's talk about everything automotive. On today's video of active performance, I wanted to talk about Detroit Auto Show and three worthy mentions that have been released on the Detroit Auto Show are GR Supra, or how the new Supra is called, finally came out. Also, Ford has released a new Shelby Gt500 finally as well. We talked about the release way back in my video if you check out my channel. Also, very important, Subaru has released Sti S209 with performance bump. Finally a performance bump and a really different body, kind of a wide body kit from the factory. Today let's talk about these three cars from the Detroit Auto Show. I think the biggest most important car that was released there is the Supra, brand new Supra. Supra was anticipated for a long time. It's been like a Acura NSX sort of kind of a release anticipation, but what this car has to offer and what I really don't like about this car is that it's shared platform with BMW. Reliability is the biggest issue why I have a gripe about this and why I don't like it's being shared platform, because Toyota is known for reliability and BMW not so much. So that's one thing that needs to be considered when looking at the new Supra. Another thing is the design. Yes, design is far off the concept that was released. It's kind of a normal thing, but if you think about other cars, design has been almost kind of included in the final product, but not really that much with Supra. I think Supra has to be in the price bracket under 70 or 60 perhaps $1,000 or even less. I think it's the pricing was announced and it was 50 plus $1,000, and I think it's a normal price for that car, and it doesn't look over the top because of that. So that's understandable. With having 340 350 kind of horsepower, having a BMW engine is probably 360 370 horsepower, but compared to the Z4 that is shared with the brand new Z4 has 380 horsepower. These cars need to be a little bit more in terms of the performance. Yes, Supra back in the day came out 320 horsepower, and it's a little bit bump 20-30 horsepower compared to the old Supra, but still give this car a 400 plus horsepower. What is going on here? And I think it should have been much better and not being a shared platform with BMW. Yes, these companies are saving money on producing these cars, but special cars like this Supra, you really need to share a platform with BMW. I don't agree with that, and I think lots of people gonna be disappointed, and I have already seen the disappointment videos out there on the internet and kind of pictures on Instagram as well. People don't really praise the new Supra, or maybe they haven't driven the car, but I think it's very important for the car to have a nice engine, to be actually produced and made by the company itself. It's small little details and actually big details like this that need to be considered much more wisely when you're producing the car. So let's move on to a second car that was released on the Detroit Auto Show, which is a Ford Shelby Gt500. Now, Ford Shelby Gt500 has been also anticipated for a long time, and it finally released. But what my biggest gripe is with this car is why I'm laughing is because the facelift Mustang already that came out a year ago looks different than the Shelby Gt500. I understand that Shelby Gt500 was kind of in the making and was supposed to be released maybe perhaps a year ago, but you should have Ford, you should have given it a better nose, I guess, a better face compared to what it is right now. not better in terms of just the look. It should have been same as the new Mustang. That's what I'm trying to say. Why you still kept the old design for the front, and even for the rear? You know, I think the new Mustang looks really nice. A brand new Mustang, 2019 Mustang, looks really nice. And this nose, this front and this rear from 2019 should have been on GT500, Shelby Gt500. That's one big gripe that I have for this car. Everything else is awesome. It's gonna have pedal shifters, so it's gonna be a very track based car. It has also, of course, the very nice engine, 700 plus horsepower, so it's not gonna be letting you down in terms of the power delivery. And competition has been given back in terms of how the car is compared to the other automakers. Even other automakers, not just in the United States, but other automakers throughout the world. So GT500 is a worthy competitor, in my opinion. So very nice car as well. And let's talk about the third car, the Subaru Wrx Sti S209. Now this car is interesting, but why has Subaru taking so long to give this car a power bomb? It's just beyond me, because so many people, so many fans of STI have been asking for power bump on this car, and they weren't given it any time before the S209 came out. And when S209 came out, the S209 is such a special car that it's gonna be very limited. Not a lot of people gonna get this car because they're not gonna be able to. It's gonna be limited, very limited car. It's something that needs to be considered in terms of when you produce the car. Yes, you want to make it special. You want to make it something that's gonna be worthy in terms of the who's gonna buy it. Yeah, you want to make it something that only fans will get this car. It's probably gonna be expensive, but you have to realize that this car is still under $100,000. If it's gonna be more than $100,000, I would say it's kind of an absurd amount, and it should be considered in terms of the value, maybe for the future. This car is still something that needs to be less of a special than just limiting it to like less than 1,000 units. This is not acceptable in my opinion. So let me know what you think about these three cars from Detroit Auto Show, and I guess I'll see you next time. Stay loving cars.